Yeah? Well then, welcome. Buenos dias, good morning, bienvenido, welcome. To Real Life Labs Research, our 9th observance of Matilda White Riley, and the first day-long celebration that OBSSR is presenting to celebrate the unique contributions of social and behavioral research to human health and well-being. You know, unlike cells in wet labs or model animals in cages and glass fixtures, people are much more unruly and much more difficult to engage in experiments. And people are not knockout mice, and so they behave in many more unexpected ways than many model animals. And that's where our areas of science come together to bring those discoveries to human health and well-being. And that's part of the reason we've given Real Life Labs Research as the subtitle to today's events. Here you can see some of our rules. We have an extra long lunch today. That's our only official break. But we do have a place for you to write your areas of interest, so when you do break, you can know what to ask your distinguished colleagues about. We will have spaces in between the events with some video interludes. If you do need to pop out then, that's a great time to do it. We will have short introductions because they're our biographies in our very nice booklet that we have put together for your enjoyment. So there's no need to read them again to you word for word. Some of you are familiar with the life and work of Matilda White Riley. Some of you may not, and I won't read those biographies to you either. I'll just point out some of the highlights. We've named this day for her because at age 20, at a time when women were expected to do many things but not publish a book on motorless flight, she did that at age 20 in 1930. At age 68, when she was more than tenured at Rutgers University, she took up an NIH director's offer to come to Bethesda, Maryland, and begin to integrate a program of behavioral and social research into our agency. Her citations still inform and inspire researchers today. Our distinguished scholar, Karen Lehrman, cites her in her work. So does Sarah Moorman. So do countless scholars today. A woman who left us at 88, went to Bowdoin College to continue to participate in teaching students and guiding dissertations up until the day she died. Like other great women, like Eleanor Roosevelt, Matilda came from some privilege. But she did not rest on that privilege, and she used her position to inspire and pave the way and mentor other human beings. Much like Vivian Pinn, Yvonne Maddox, Ruth Kirstein. I don't know if Matilda did it backwards and in high heels, but given the time she lived in, I imagine she did it every once in a while on occasion. What's not in any of the biographies is where Matilda's privilege came from. Matilda's grandfather was N.D. White, as in N.D. White and Sons, the great textile manufacturer. They wove thread, they made sheeting fabric in the mills in Massachusetts. Matilda's grandfather and uncle died on the maiden voyage of the Titanic, and Matilda, who was living with her grandmother, watched her grandmother scramble to figure out the estate and to run the fair share of the family business from their home in Maine. I didn't meet Matilda, but her story inspires us, and her work inspires many. My grandmother, who raised me, raved about the Whites thread. It was strong. It was supple. It worked well with the bobbin, which I don't understand how it works, but there are two separate kinds of thread. And the Whites made great thread for buttons that my grandmother sewed on baby coats. Their thread was strong, supple, and true. This diagram represents the thread of Matilda's life. This are the workers in the 19th century. This small red dot is the proportional number of college-educated women in the workforce. This line, this thread, is Matilda's life course trajectory. Born here a couple of years before the Titanic sank and took away her family, out into the 21st century. This is the number of college-educated women in the workforce shaping social, behavioral sciences, health, and people's lives in all sorts of different ways. Matilda is the thread that binds us all together and inspires us to contribute our own thoughts into the national conversation to turn all kinds of discoveries into better human health. So welcome, enjoy our day, and let me turn things over to OBSSR's director and the agency's associate director for the behavioral and social sciences, Dr. Bill Riley.